Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be a pretty great unboxing. I have that big box behind me. It's huge. It's another Stackry box. Basically, I've been getting a huge number of comics, all sent to Stackry, and this is going to be my first big one of the year. So stay tuned, and hopefully you'll enjoy this. There's lots of great stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this as two parts because it is pretty big. So I think it's about 20 different orders inside. So a lot of stuff. Okay, so let me get it out. Just open it up here. Oh, it's like one big bundle. That's interesting. Okay, so you can see it's a lot of slabs. So maybe I can sort of do this in two videos. So the way I'm going to do it is the first video is going to be all the raw comics. So if you like slabs, then you'll enjoy part two. If you like raw comics, this will be your part. In both parts, though, there are great comics. So you'll find something enjoyable in both halves. So the first half is the raw. So we're gonna slice in here and pull out some of the raw books. Okay. So they actually really wrapped it well this time. This is so far the best I've seen them do in terms of wrapping, which is pleasant because there was a couple damaged packages and I complained actually. They even created pull tabs. It's like awesome. Okay, so they did a really good job this time. Okay. Oh my goodness. We start out with like a huge book. And it's in terrible shape. I knew it was going to be terrible shape, but I actually bought it twice because I knew the first copy of it was in terrible shape. I upgraded it in buying it, which is kind of messed up. But so the first one is really low grade, but it is kind of a major key. Like it's like one of those under the radar keys, like massive key. And it's Looney Tunes Merry Tunes. I forgot what Dell 4-color this is, but it is a really rare comic, but it's one that's spiking in price. This is going to be pretty expensive comic very soon because it's no longer under the radar, I believe. So remember this cover. This is the first appearance. I'm going to take it out because it's in a crappy bag anyways. It's just like in a crappy bag. I'm honest. I'm brutally honest in life. And this is a very, very ghetto bag. Like who uses this kind of bag for Golden Age comic? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's in really rough shape too. It's got like a big chunk out of it here. But I'm going to show you, it's complete at least. I can tell it's complete. But I'm going to show you the very first appearance that's in this comic. And I got to find it. Like it's a little, I believe it's right around here. It's in this story. Yeah. Okay, so I got a kind of, it's got a major spine roll. But you can see right there, it's the Coyote. And this is the Coyote's first appearance in comics. Now, there is a later appearance in 4-color, and that was previously known as the first appearance, but it was found out that this is actually earlier, that this preceded it. In this, though, the Coyote's name is a little bit different. I forgot what it is. It's like some random weird name. One sec here. Let me see if I can find his name. But it's an interesting comic. Kelsey. Kelsey is his name. Kelsey the Coyote. Okay. So in this, it's the first appearance of Kelsey the Coyote, which becomes Wile E. Coyote. So a very interesting comic. This is from 1950 something? 1949. May 1949. I'm going to get it a proper bag and board. I actually bought it twice, as I said. The higher grade one will be coming in the mail later. So that will be another unboxing where I'll show the comic again. Another thing that I've been buying, and I love this character, is Gru the Wanderer. So this is Gru the Wanderer #1 from Pacific Comics. This was Gru's first series. So he was in a bunch of different comics, but this was his first series, and this is from 1982. And then I got Thunder Agents, and this has like a bunch of first appearances in it. This is the original Thunder Agents. I didn't realize it was so thick. It's a very thick book. Again, really oddly packaged, but this is from 1963, I believe. So this is like somewhere around there. This is Thunder Agents #1, and it has like the first appearance of a bunch of cool characters. So that's kind of cool. And this one I got for free. So what happened was somebody messed up the order, and I basically negotiated, and they said, oh, well, I'll throw in some comics. And this was one that was an issue that I was missing, and they had it for sale, and they said that they would throw it in for me. So this is Shazam #21. It's kind of cool. Like he's like miniaturized, and he's up against these little mice that have him in a mousetrap, which is kind of cool. So I've been trying to get a complete run of Shazam. I think I'm only missing like 3 issues. Like it's very little that I'm missing. Another one that I got was this one, Turned On Cuties. It's like a underground comics from the 70s. So these are, sort of adult comics, but kind of interesting. They would feature a lot of like kind of 70s underground comic artists. So that was just one that I thought was kind of interesting. Another one that was kind of cool was this one. I picked up this. This is a Golden Age Dick Tracy comic, and it's the very first appearance of Heels Beals, which is this guy right there. Okay. I just thought it was an interesting cover, and it was cheap. It was like $20 or $15. It was really cheap. Like, it's amazing how certain comics are really not that expensive from the Golden Age. And Dick Tracy is one of those series that really is pretty affordable. Then we got Avengers Unplugged. And this is the very first appearance of Impulse. That's her at the bottom. Monica Rambeau as Impulse. So this is kind of a major key. It had actually gone up really, really pricey. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pay. It was like $100 or $200. I was like, oh man, I don't want to spend that much on this comic. But I did want to get her kind of key appearances. But this recently dropped after the WandaVision show had kind of completed for a while. And I was able to pick it up for $20. So pretty good. So I like getting a good deal. And this is Avengers Unplugged #5 is that first appearance. This is an interesting one. I like certain artists, especially from Warren Publishing. So there were certain artists that were in Warren Publishing that I collect. One of those is Richard Corben. And this is Grim Wit #2. And Grim Wit #2 is the very first appearance of Den. This is Den right there. And Den had his own series. He was in the heavy metal movie, kind of a major character for Richard Corben. And Richard Corben has a really distinctive style. And he has these kind of bright colors, kind of these kind of almost like clay-like looking like people. Women with big breasts. I don't know. That's just a feature of his. But it's, his stuff was pretty great. I'm a big fan of Richard Corben. Okay, so that's the first stack. We go to the next stack. Oh, I love it. They put all pull tabs everywhere. This is so great. I appreciate good wrapping, and this has been well wrapped. So that was so easy with the pull tabs. I love that. I just can't get enough of the pull tabs. Okay. So yeah, that they did a really good job of mailing it. So Stackry, good job this time. Really great. I'm really impressed. Okay. So one of the things that I was surprised by was if you're familiar with Malibu Sun, it was kind of the comic book that kind of released different Image comics that were coming up, and it would sort of have them like Spawn made its first appearance in Malibu Sun, and a lot of other key characters for Malibu, um, for Image, I should say, made their appearance kind of first in Malibu Sun. So we got so what happened was I saw like I was trying to get like Savage Dragon related stuff, and Savage Dragon in Malibu Sun, I believe, is in issue 15. I know it because I have it right here. Oh, 14. Okay, see, I didn't know. I knew it was like in here. So so I was looking for on eBay. I was like looking for Malibu Sun 14, which is kind of like a first early appearance of Savage Dragon. And I was like, oh, okay, how much is it? And it's like $100, $200. It's a really pricey book. I was like, that's too much. However, somebody had like a auction for a bunch of Malibu Suns, like from 14 to 19. And it has actually multiple first appearances throughout that. So I was like, oh, how much is the run? And the bid was, it was like $50 or something, some low number. And I bid on it, and I won with the low bid. So I actually got the whole lot cheaper than just the one book. And I always like that situation. So I'm going to show you some of the first appearances that kind of happen inside of Malibu Sun. And these are all like, I would say they're all like VF. They could be pressed. They look pretty solid. No color breaking. But a little bit of spine, bends and stuff like that. But it could be pressed. So this is Malibu Sun 16, which is the first Shadow Hawk, I believe. And we got Malibu Sun number 17, which is the first Supreme. These are all kind of characters that, were big in the 80s, and not big in the 80s, big in the 90s, I should say. And they were huge. In the 90s, these were like, oh, these are the next Superman or whatever. But they didn't really go anywhere. So this is Supreme, first appearance. And then we got Pit was another big one in the. I just remember this character being so huge in the 90s. So this is Malibu Sun 19. And Savage Dragon was one that actually I didn't think was going to go anywhere at the time in the 90s. I did have his Savage Dragon number 1, which was printed a billion times, and but I didn't think it was going to be a series that would become the popular series that it is today, and it survived that long. It's like in 160 some odd issues. Now I've been trying to pick them all up. So Savage Dragon, and this is Malibu Sun 14. This is an early appearance of Savage Dragon. So these came out before the actual comics did, for the different series. And then we got the first appearance of Wildcats, which is Malibu Sun 15. So that's kind of cool. It's another comic that was massively printed. I think Wildcats and Jim Lee's stuff was, it was kind of the pinnacle of Image from the 90s. I should say. Okay, so the next one is another bundle. This one is kind of taped a little bit. So sorry about the noise of me removing tape that's sticking to me. Okay, get rid of that. Throw it on the floor. Okay, this one's got a lot of tape on it. So I gotta kind of play with the tape a bit here. And oh, this is another Gru set. So what I was trying to do, because there is, Gru is coming out as a TV series. And I did collect Gru when he came out. Like, actually, I have like the early Image Gru comics, but I didn't really get all the related issues to Gru. And there's a lot of first appearances that I was missing out on. And these ones are from the Marvel series. Marvel published Gru under their Epic title. So I'm going to show you all of these. So basically, I was trying to get certain key issues because, you know, I wanted to get, be prepared for the TV series coming out, and I wanted to get the characters that are kind of the major characters for Gru. So with that being said, I'll show you this set. It was a lot of 15. It came with Gru number 1, so always good to start with the number 1. I actually have this already, but it's always good to have it again. And then we have Gru 32, and I'm not sure if this is it or there's another one that is the first appearance of the doggy guy. So I think it's 26 that is his first appearance, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, let me just pull out. And actually, this was another lot that I got really cheaply. Nobody bid on it. So I was like, oh, I get it for opening bid. That's always a good deal. So I was quite happy about that. Let me just... And the problem is when you get things for a good deal, sometimes they don't bag and board everything. And that's what it seems like they did in this case. They did with the first 2, but not the rest of them. So I'm getting attacked by the tape. It's like, it doesn't want to let go of me. It really likes me, this tape. I don't know why. Okay, so let me see if I can... Wow, and there's another piece. This tape is crazy. Just doesn't want to let go. Okay, and there's another piece of tape. This video is me getting attacked by tape. Okay, so there. Okay. And what's issue number of this? Okay. Wow, all of that and it's like really old tape. This tape must be like 20, 30 years old. I bet these comics haven't seen light of day in terms of being out of this bag. Because look, the bag is like yellow. It's like, toss that. But the comics are in pretty good shape. You know, you can tell that they've been bagged together for a long time. I'll have to rebag and board these. So it starts with Gru number 19. And then we got Gru number, 18. I think this is the first appearance of Gruella, which is another kind of major character for Gru. And then we got Gru 17. And then we got Gru number 16. And then Gru number 15. So I was trying to get like a little run going of Gru the Wanderer. This is Gru number 14. Okay, and then I'll show you some more. Again, the tape looks a million years old. It's really crazy. It's like completely dissolved looking tape. And the bags are pretty old. So it'd be nice to get it out of these bags. Okay, then we got Gru number 20. And again, it was cheaper. It's sometimes cheaper to buy the whole lot than to buy just the individual comic that you're looking for. So this is Gru number 21. And I'm not sure which numbers are the key issues, to tell you the truth. I'm not as familiar with each of these issues. But this is Gru 22. But I really do enjoy Gru. I think he's just really funny. He's like Conan the Barbarian, but not as smart. Easy way to describe him. And then we got Gru number 29. And then we got Gru number 30. And maybe it's this one, which is the first. I'm not sure which is the first appearance of this dog. So I'm trying to remember. I thought it was 26 for some reason. And then we got Gru number 31. I'm actually going to open up, since I have it, 25. Where's 26? And of course, 26 isn't here, so I'm not sure. 1 sec. Did I say 26? 1 sec here. 31. Don't mind me. Let's try 25. I'm just going to flip through it really quickly as I'm recording this. Sorry to torture you with me just flipping through a comic. But I'm curious, when did the doggy make his first appearance? And the funny thing is, the reason I was interested in that dog was I think this might be the dog right there. There. Maybe it was 25 where he made his first appearance. So yeah, so I'll have to look it up afterwards. Maybe I'll put it in the notes. But yeah, I was trying to get the first appearance of the dog and a few of the key characters. There's a bunch of key characters that I was trying to get the first appearances of. And so, yeah, that was the Gru set. One last lot to go through. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, this is kind of cool. So I'm going to just show this other thing that I got. And I have to actually give a shout out. So one of my viewers is from Germany, okay? And he is like the most lucky guy that I know. Like he's just incredibly lucky. His name is Kiwi. And Kiwi, you know, you'll see him commenting on my videos all the time. He's a, you know, he and we chat all the time on Instagram. He's a really great guy. And he like helps me find certain books, and he's like been really helpful to my collecting. But he's an incredibly lucky guy, and what he'll do is he'll enter all these contests, you know, these online giveaways, and he enters all these like Pokemon ones. But the problem is sending something like this to Germany is really expensive, and you know they always say, "Oh, we won't ship outside the United States." So what he did was he said, "Okay, well we'll ship it. You know, you can have it, Alan." And he sent it to my Stackry account. So it was a nice little free gift. He won this, and I get a free gift. I'm not sure. I don't really know much about Pokemon. My son collects Pokemon, so I'm going to give this to my son. This will be a little gift to my son. So thanks, Kiwi, for sending me this, and my son probably will thank you too. So that was kind of cool. So, you know, I really do appreciate free gifts. Free stuff, always appreciated. Okay, so that was that. And now more pull tabs. I love these pull tabs. Okay, this looks like a lot of comics. Okay, so these are actually 2 orders from my comic shop, and I got them sent to Stackry. I realize it's so much, such a big savings to send everything to Stackry. It's just so much cheaper for shipping. Whenever I send anything from my comic shop, the shipping is pretty expensive to Canada. But if I use like my US address, it's, you know, having that combined shipping really does save a lot of money. So let me get out all the ones in here. Okay, so what I did was I picked up a set. This is kind of weird, but it's a set of Zenoscope. I'm not sure why I picked this up. I just thought it was kind of a cool character. It's Jasmine, and I just picked up the set. So it's just a set of Jasmine. Issue number 5, issue number 2, issue number 3, and issue number 1, and issue number 4. So just a set of Jasmine. So that was that's it. That was that unboxing from my comic shop. It was just like literally a set of Jasmine books. So nothing. They're all like dollar bin books. I just thought it was kind of cool. I've been collecting a little bit of Zenoscope lately. I kind of like their good girl art stuff, and I thought that was an interesting one. Okay, another one that I've been collecting, and I'm actually collecting the Golden Age for it more than the modern, but I found out that they had a modern take of it. was Black Cat. I really do like Black Cat. She's like a judo. She does like judo chops on people. So this is Black Cat, the origins. So it's just like a modern version of Black Cat, and I forgot. This is Lauren Harvey, is the name of the company that produced it. And then another Black Cat, but a different Black Cat, but I just really loved the cover, was this one, Black Cat Infinity Score. I thought it was a really great cover. And then we got the Black Cat, another Black Cat. So these are all like Black Cat, like Spider-Man's Black Cat. And then we got Wolverine and Black Cat. I just thought this was a really nice cover. I think this is Linsner. Just a really great cover. So I was picking up all of those. Another series that I picked up was Roger Corben's The Scorpion. Somebody mentioned on one of my videos that, you know, I should watch the Scorpion movie. It was kind of cheesy. It's like a pretty cheesy movie. So this is the first, this is the B cover, but this is the first comic series. She actually made her first appearance in Penthouse, not Penthouse, Heavy Metal magazine. So, but that was her first comic series. And then another cool one was Phantom Lady. I really like these Golden Age characters, and I like the fact that they've been sort of brought back. DC had a run of Phantom Lady, so I was like, wow, that's interesting. So I figured I'd check it out. So Phantom Lady. And then we have, I've been picking up Dawn books. So this is Crypt of Dawn. This is, I think, her second series. So Cry for Dawn, Crypt of Dawn. So that's volume 1 of her. I believe it's her second series. And then more Phantom Lady, number 3. And just another, like, I've been picking up these kind of sexy Black Cat covers. So Black Cat number 1. And then we got Phantom Lady and Dollman number 4. And Phantom Lady and Dollman number 1. And as I was mentioning earlier, I really do like Richard Corben. So I picked up Fangor. And this is the Fangor number 3. This is a first printing. And this is a series that Richard Corben did on his own. This was self-published and kind of a rare comic. Another one that somebody recommended to me as a really great Christmas story was this one, Del 4 Color 367. I just thought, hey, I'll pick it up. It was $5. So worth picking up. Another thing that happened was I actually won an auction with my comic shop, and I'm going to show that in the next video. So you gotta stay tuned. It's a pretty interesting auction that I won, and I will show that in the next video. So with all that being said, this is part 1. Part 2 will be the slabs and that special auction thing. That's a little weird, but very cool. You got to stay tuned for that. So like, comment, and subscribe below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in part 2.